let you down. I watch you fall. I let you down. I watch you fall.
Good morning and welcome to Bryce Canyon National Park. We've been on the road for quite some time since our last video. I think we left off on our way down to Zion National Park. I actually decided not to go that direction. I wanted to go see some new things on this trip. So we headed to Goblin Valley State Park. There's some amazing hikes there. State parks are about $20 to get in, and I think $35 to camp overnight. We weren't able to get a campsite, but it wasn't a big deal because there's plenty of BLM land just outside the park. So if you're heading that direction and you look it up on Campendium, there's no shortage of places to park if you can't find a campsite for the night. I didn't film very much because it was about 83 degrees. And when I went for some walks with Kirby, it was just too hot for us. So we weren't out for very long during the day. We waited for the afternoon sun to kind of cool down a little bit, and then I went out and took some pictures. I'll show a few here. Someone was telling me that Goblin Valley is where they filmed a couple scenes from Galaxy Quest, which I actually haven't seen yet, but I could see why. It strikes me as a place that is perfect for filming sci-fi movies because the landscape is otherworldly. It looks like you're on another planet. I was checking out the brochures, and Goblin Valley is supposed to be rated as one of the darkest skies on Earth. There's very, very little light pollution, so it would have been nice to have a campsite there and photograph some of the hoodoos under the Milky Way galaxy and get some nice night sky photography in, but no big deal. We really enjoyed the sunset, and I was able to walk around Blue Hour when things were getting darker and take some nice stills. So then we headed to a place called Factory Butte, which is another otherworldly place. But there's a OHV park there, which is perfect for doing motocross sports. There's some natural like ramps and things. And I took the e-bike out there. I was enjoying myself, and I haven't ridden it a lot since I got it. Because it's been wintertime and too chilly, but I really enjoyed taking it out there and just tearing it up. It was pretty fun. So we ended up staying there for sunset, and then we headed over to Capitol Reef National Park. The sun was starting to go down, and I had to work the next day, so I needed to be somewhere where there was a stable internet connection. So we just got to enjoy the park, kind of driving through it. I didn't get to do any of the hikes. I didn't get to stop and see the petroglyphs. I found a nice BLM campsite just outside of the Capitol Reef Park out there by Torrey, Utah. And I was getting 4 bars of Verizon. And it was a little crowded for me. There was plenty of other campers there, but I enjoyed it regardless. And like I said, it was fantastic internet, which is kind of rare to come by here in Utah. But I ended up meeting another Heimer owner there. Shout out to Wolf Meister and his family, Wolfgang. It was really nice to meet you guys. And thanks for stopping by and saying hello. I enjoyed looking at your active loft and checking out all the little differences and stuff and chatting about Heimer stuff. For those of you who don't know, my van's a Heimer Active 1.0. It's a 2017 model. After that, I had to work for a couple days, so I wasn't doing very much filming, but it was wonderful to just kind of camp out there and take a breather from all the driving. We decided to head south down to Bryce, so we actually drove through the Dixie National Forest, which, unknown to me, is pretty high in elevation. It's up a mountain, and like we drove up to, I think the summit was 9,600 feet. So I wasn't really prepared for that, but the views were stunning. The Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument, if you haven't been, is drop dead gorgeous. There's a lot of ridges, and there's a lot of tight areas where you drive where there's like steep fall offs. into like basically the canyon below, and very, very dramatic views. And you're basically in about 2 hours of no cell reception at all, but terrific views, and there were some nice pullouts there. Highly recommend that drive. I think it's Highway 26, and it's rated as one of the national scenic byways. So really nice drive. I'm looking forward to doing that again someday. And then we got out here to Bryce, and I found a campsite on Campendium just outside the park. We stayed there last night. There's maybe 2 or 3 other campgrounds, and there were a couple campers out there. So this morning we decided to drive here to Bryce. This is my second time here at Bryce. The first time I didn't really get to spend much time in the park. So this time I'm hoping to check out a couple more hikes and a couple different viewpoints, take some photos, and get into some fun activities. So we stopped into St. George for lunch at a place called Red Fort Cuisine of India. Indian food's pretty much my favorite cuisine of all. I love it more than anything. Most people who know me pretty much know this fact within a couple of times of meeting me. So we stopped in, we got some veggie samosas, some vegetable pakoras, some garlic naan, and a new dish I've never had before. It's called Malai Kofta. It's like veggie balls in Indian spices and like a creamy tomato sauce. And all of these items are vegan, gluten-free. I should say most of them are gluten-free, but they're all vegan, including the naan, which is awesome. I usually don't get to have naan because they add butter to it, but this particular place makes them without butter, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I think we're going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little Utah trip here. If you want to support the channel, make sure you hit that like button below and subscribe if you'd like to see more van life content from me. Yeah, that's it for me. We'll see you in the next video.
If I'd have known when I met you, I'd be saying goodbye so soon. It wouldn't have meant too much if you hadn't taken my heart with